Hello, everyone. Welcome back. The announcement at the beginning of this one is, this is not a profound video about modes or music theory unlocked, made easy. It's not that. I am not a subscriber to the notion that you can learn music theory easily. I don't think it is easy. I think it's challenging and interesting and rich and difficult to learn. If you find it easy, great. I didn't, and still don't, I suppose, as we go. Sorry for the t-shirt game. I know it's must be freaking some of you old-timers out there, but there we go. Right, so here are some thoughts and ideas concerning modes, and then I taught it in relation to a particular song, which I'll put in the description of the title of the video. I think that's how I do it. Okay, so C major, no problem, right? At this point. Okay, so again, for those of you that didn't see the piano in the lesson. Okay, that's cool. So we can play C starting on D. Okay, we can play C starting on E. Please notice I'm not saying what any of this is. I'm just giving an instruction and a demonstration in a physical sense. I've jumped down the octave for space here, but starting on F. Okay, there's a sound there. Starting on G. Starting on A. Now that is bad. Trust the process here. Okay, right. B would be the last one, and then C. I'm not going to patronize you too much to play the one starting on A and B, because you worked out what I was doing. So that gives you all the modes of C major. Not all the modes starting on C. That would be different. That would go like this. So that's another complicated thing. And again, I've not explained that, just the notion that you can start a scale on any note from within that scale, and it produces a sound, which is a mode, and it sounds great. Okay, so then we talked a little bit about modes. And I taught a little bit as an aspect of this song here. Which is Planet Telex by Radiohead, the first track on the bends, okay? And it's got some really, really cool ideas about modes, which I'll just explore here. So we're in the key of E major, and E is our first chord, and you can hopefully hear how every note in the scale of E major sounds great with that kind of chord. So E major. The second chord, E stays in the bass. We have A major, but over E. So there's A major in first inversion. Take the C sharp out the middle, stick it down there, like a spread first inversion triad, but over E, which sounds wonderful. Okay, we're still in E. Okay, then we have this chord, which is the first time we get, I guess you could say, kind of a mode. So here, over this chord, the D sharp has become a D in the chord. So this is actually, we might call this E7 sus, or E7, and we could play this scale instead. So flat 7, which would be the Mixolydian mode, okay? And again, this is not the, oh, theory's easy, just follow this formula. No. Well, yes, but there are so many videos about that. Go and check out David Bennett or Adam Neely or Nari Sol or 12 Tone or good YouTubers. Sorry, when I say good, I mean one's famous enough for you to trust the brand more than you trust this one. Okay, but there we go, and that gives us that kind of sound. And then we get this chord, which is actually an A minor chord, but over E again, but A minor is the harmony. And then this is cool. So this is something called a minor plagal cadence, and you might know that, and you might be like, dude, it's just 4 minor to 1. Everybody's been doing that since like Henry Purcell, who's an old time English composer. So where is A minor from? Well, it could be from lots of different sources, but I'm just going to show you again an idea about a mode. So there's E and B, and there's our G, which makes our E major. But we have A minor here. So, and then even just playing that triad there makes me think, okay, so I could go. And that kind of sounds cool, and it kind of also sounds a bit right. Okay, so what is that? So E major. Okay, we had C natural. Okay, so Mixolydian is you take the major scale and you make the 7th note 1 semitone lower than it was, or flattening it. It's a sharp, so if you flatten a sharp, it becomes a natural. So there we go. That's E Mixolydian mode. The Mixolydian is the fifth mode, and you might say, 5th mode of what? Well, A major, because look, if that's like A major starting on E, but starting here. I don't think of it as A major starting on E, and again, some work will need to be done to sort these things out. At this point, I'm kind of teaching Planet Telex, which I like to do. I like to teach theory often through songs. Okay, but we had a C natural. So if the D sharp was the 7 and the D natural was the flat 7, the C sharp would have been the 6, and the C natural will be the flat 6. So actually, this is a mode I didn't teach in the class, but is a mode I love to teach, and I will teach it after half term. It's E Mixolydian, and then with the flat 6 too, which the reason I'm saying that now is 1, it's in the song, and 2, it's a real kind of mouthful to say, but don't fear it. It should be more obvious than it might have been in the lesson. E major, flat the 7, E Mixolydian, and then flat the 6 too. Okay, E Mixolydian with a flat 6, and it sounds great in context. And then one last one whilst we're in the song. Okay, so that's, it sounds naff on piano, of course. It sounds pretty amazing on guitar, as things so often do, and I say that in nearly every video. In another lifetime, I will try and keep up my guitar practice. Okay, so we're on B here and E, so that's like sus. B major, B minor, so we might have, yeah, we might start there, we might have start there, we then go here, and then we go here, various places with this movement between B major and B minor, and that's modes, I guess, or the use of modes. But the more interesting thing is the next chord change, which goes... And this one is much easier to understand, and I did teach this one in the lesson, so we'll finish on this one, which is, okay, well, what is that sound? Sorry. Well, it's this. Okay, and you're going to say, what? E major but starting on A? No, not E major starting on A. Okay, so A major with a raised fourth. A Lydian. It just sounds amazing, and then we get the wonderful chorus. There's a variety of opinions about this, but I don't think I'm as good a singer as Tom York. I don't think. Sorry. Okay, there we go. So A Lydian, which, if you want to think of it as E major starting on A, that is okay. Don't let anyone tell you that's not okay. You shouldn't be told how to think. And the last thing to say before we go today is the notion that this is easy again. It's not. It's not easy. You have to think about scales and master major scales in keys, and then start to think about this. And I suppose the goal is to be able to play it faster than you can think it. So I can sometimes do that, and sometimes I can't. Students, you'll see, and if you know me, you'll know that at times I can think fairly fast, and I can certainly play fairly fast, and my hands can find what my brain wants before my brain thinks of it. And that's why learning the theory is good. Not so you're smart, but so you have the equipment to not think and to just feel and do it. But it doesn't come just by some sort of divine intervention or some given talent, so to speak. I don't necessarily believe in that notion. It was something which came through a process of working on these things and wanting to play Planet Telex, and sitting on my mate's roof listening to it back in the 90s and going, damn, that sounds amazing. I want that for myself. So that's the intro to modes. See you for more of that in other lessons. Thanks for watching if you did. Cheers. Bye.